So, the other day, I was playing this great game called Elden Ring Nightreign. You may have heard of it. It's only sold around 3.5 million copies, so, pretty small game. Anyway, as I said, I was playing Nightreign, and I saw this boss called Dancer of the Boreal Valley. It was a really cool boss, and I thought the design was amazing. Then I found out they added Dancer's boss fight weapon and armor to this other game that they made called Dark Souls 3, which is another small game that only sold around like 10 million copies worldwide. Now, all jokes aside, I really wanted to use the Dancers Enchanted Swords because they are really cool, and they're twin swords like the Sellsword Twin Blades, and we know how good the Sellsword Twin Blades are. The requirements are 12 strength, 20 dexterity, and 9 faith. Since we can't wield the swords, I understand why the damage is low, but the weapon skill is a bit underwhelming. I was expecting better because it's a boss weapon, but I still can't wield it, so it's fine. And the fire is not helping as much as I thought it would, but then again, I still cannot wield it. I'm really defending the bad damage because the weapon looks sick. And the skill is really cool too, but it sucks. We can get the needed stats after using the souls from Gundyr as well as the Swordmaster and collecting the Silver Serpent Ring and the soul by where you spawn, and the soul that I chose is my starting gift. Look at that damage increase. I can wield it now.
Farewell, Ashen One Maiden.
As far as the moveset, the L1s are a unique moveset that flow nicely into each other, like a dance, you could say. Get it? The roll, sprint, backstep, attack is also pretty cool. The description of the Dancers Enchanted Twinswords says that it has dark damage in the right hand, but on the stats, it doesn't do dark damage, it does magic damage instead, which is pretty unfortunate since off the top of my head, I can't think of any bosses weak to magic, but I can think of bosses that are weak to dark. I decided to go to Dancer because I thought it would be fun to have a +5 weapon before Vort, but this low of damage on Emma means that Dancer is going to be a bad time. And I was right. I'll give it a few more tries. No. No. I'll just go back and give it some more tries after Vort. That is not bad damage, but I was expecting better. Alright, phase 2. I do hope he's in a good spot so I can land a heavy attack. It's not looking too good. That is a little close to the wall. Never mind, it's fine. Very nice. I then realized I forgot about Sonic, and I could have been doing more damage. In Undead Settlement, I said hi to Cornix because I'll need him later, and I got the Fire Clutch Ring, Chloranthy Ring, and Flynn's Ring, which is kind of useless, but not completely. I also killed a demon with Siegbro. Pretty easy, even though I do fire damage. Wasn't too bad. Hey, wait a minute. Is that body moving? That's not just me, right? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Is that normal? No, it stopped moving. Huh. Next, using the Demon Souls, Demon Souls, I leveled up Dexterity. The Dancers Enchanted Twinswords have a descaling in every stat, but I get a 2 to 3 point increase for each level of Dex up to like level 40 or something. Then it switches to a 2 to 3 point increase per level of Strength. Next was Curse-Rotted Greatwood, who I figured wouldn't be too bad because I have fire. And as you can see, I was right. Hello. I figured I was good on levels and accessories, so I went back to Dancer. Nope. No. 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 Yeah, well, that wasn't working, so I went toward Road to Sacrifice, which is where I found out that the only thing that the weapon skill is good for is base game NPCs. Even though it's good, a lot of NPCs are right next to walls, which stops me from continuing my spin. I picked up another Healy, died, then ran through the swamp and got one of the most aesthetically pleasing bonfires right next to one of the most annoying bosses. Look at this place. Doesn't it look so cool? I just love it. Now I'm going to fight said annoying boss. Get out of here. Oh, hello. Back shots. Huh. Back shot. Back shot. Back shot. Wait, you're not the boss. Back shot. Back shot. Back shot. Back shot. Back shot. Slice and dice. Or spin to win, baby. In the catacombs, I grabbed the pyromancy tome. And I need it. And then this guy killed himself. That was pretty funny. Next, I got some levels from York. And went to Walnir. And he was easy. But he thinks his rings are cool. Mine are way cooler than that. Right, guys? Right? The reason for fighting Olnir now was so I could get the Pontus Red Eye from this puppy. I used Wolnir Soul and the Puppy Soul to get my Int and Faith up to 12 so I could use Karthus Beacon. Oh, I need 2 attunement slots. There we go. Now I have it. Alright. Who is gonna win? Ow. Well, not me, I guess. Oh, Mimic died. Huh. Wait, Mimic, you're alive? Round 2? Oh, well, you died again. Okay. I almost forgot about you. Hey, put me down. Put me down. Stop it. That hurts. Stop. Put me down. Not like that. Come on. I suppose I can try old Demon King, and that is not the kind of damage I'm looking for. To be fair though, I have 1 fire and 1 magic sword, so you know, not great. Dancer again. Nope. Yup. Let's go. Easy game for babies. Hey, look. 2 Dancer Swords. Just need a few more scales. Ow. That was not very nice. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of damage because my right sword is magic, not dark like the description says. Which is too bad. Kind of sucks. I've gotten a lot better at phase 2 Osiris as of recently. You just kind of run through his legs and attack. Specifically, try to stay at his tail. Not by going around, but by going under. Even if you do go around, you can still get hit by his charge, so it's better to just run through his legs and go for his tail. Because his tail is a weak point, and you will deal extra damage if you hit it. Because reasons, I guess. I just wish I could cut it off. Cutting it off would be a much cooler way to get the Moonlight Greatsword, but, I mean, sure, it's fine. Now I just need the slab. Gundyr is not ready for these hands. It's about to be bad for him. Now I get the coiled sword fragment for a slab and the hornet ring. That is a plus 10 weapon. By plus 10 I mean plus 5, by the way. Anyway, old Demon King. Now that's the damage I'm looking for. Let's see how much bullying I can do to Crystal Sage. Oh, look at that. I do love this part of the boss weapon run. Oh, you're so dead. You can't run from me. Get back here. The point I specifically like about this is when I get a maxed out weapon coming to Crystal Sage with low health, and then I get the Hornet Ring and parry, and it's just so satisfying. I love it. This here is the part where I found out that the skill is only good for NPCs. And NPCs not against walls, so that's why this one turned out fine. Like against this guy? Look at this. He doesn't even stand a chance. That last spin at the end though too, that is hella damage. Kirk, he also just goes bye-bye. Like, they're just gone. This is why I specified earlier, walls. Like, it's fine. Nope, it's not. Just stop. Come on. I just wish it could be better. I also figured that deacons wouldn't be bad. And, well, I mean, as you can guess, I was right. It's just an L1. And they're just gone. Fireballs, man. Stop it. Yeah, I tried the spin in here. The skill. And, yeah, it's not that useful. The most damaging part of the skill is the end spin. But if I get knocked out of the spin anyway, then I don't get it. And, yeah, it just... not great. Then I dash my way up, down, around, and through, and got around to Yorm. I tried to hit his face, you know, when he does the slam thing. I tried, but The only attack that I can think of that would hit would be the charge attack, but I don't really like using it personally. Other than that, these swipes here, just absolute whiff. Stagger damage was not bad though. I do like this fight. It's pretty fun. Before going up to Pontiff, I wanted to deal with the Ancient Wyvern first because I don't enjoy having to deal with killing him before Nameless King. Just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. And in case you didn't know, if you run over here and stay to the left, wait for his straight fire attack, you can run up. So after that, you wait. He does a straight one. You run up here and do a jumping attack. Then you can activate the plunging attack without needing to go all the way around. It's pretty cool. It did take me a few tries to get. I think like 4 or something. After getting the bonfire for Nameless King, I had to get the shortcuts up to Pontiff. And, well, hello there. Anyway, shortcut, Pontiff, parry, riposte, and, dead. Yep. Pontiff easy. After getting an arrow in my head, look at that. How rude. I went up to Aldrich, who was pretty easy because fire plus spin to win equals easy. Look at that. Okay. Get back here, you. Oh, you're leaving again? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Just like freaking Crystal Sage. Oh, arrows? Yeah, just try it, buddy. Look at that. Easy. Almost hitless. I wasn't too sure about Dragon Slayer, but holy damage. I like it. This was really fun. It was just fun to fight. Next is the twins, and they're just as easy as always. In this phase, I very much enjoy being able to finally hit Lothric on Lorhian's back. Because that crossbow run I just did, that was so annoying. It just took too long. But I'm so happy that I can finally just smack him and actually deal good damage. Just don't use crossbows. Crossbows suck. The only base game boss left is Nameless King, and the fight is always really fun. Not this part, specifically. I mean, this part. I love this part. Ow. Oh, look at that damage. Dang, these swords are really good. They don't stagger very well, but the damage and moveset is nice. Since that is all of the base game, it is time for DLC. With the damage I got, I suspect this will be easy. Right? Right, guys?
The ashes were too.
I am here for your chicken tenders, Mr. Grave Tender, and your little dog, too. Oh, big dog. Anyway, Champion Grave Tender, not too bad. I kind of stun lock him with the L1, so that was kind of nice. And then the dog was, well, the same as always. Low health, versus high damage. Big target. Spin to win. Wilhelm, prepare for the NPC treatment. Stop it. Come on, let me full buff hit you with this. Damn it, Wilhelm. So yeah, remember when I said this was good for NPCs? And I specified base game. Because it does not do too well in the DLC, as you can very clearly tell. This DLC always does feel kind of small to me, I guess, because there's only 2 boss fights. But I'm kind of fine with it. One more would have been fine, though. Feet!
Quivering at misguided ash.
Ow. Dang, that sucks for a first attempt. Oh, hey, wait. I'm not dead. What's happening? Hello? What's going on? Hello? Okay. I know you ain't ready for this, Freed. Back shots. Back shots. Phase 2. All it takes for this phase is some slicing and dicing. Back shot. Alright, easy phase 2. Time for phase 3. Switch to Nightreign. Leave those on. Take off fire clutching because we will not be needing the fire sword anymore. Because we can't backshot with it. Alright, let's go. Backshot. Backshot. Oh, I missed. Easy game. Now for DLC 2. This should be fine, right? Alright. Oh, first try, let's go. I didn't die. Anyway, first up for boss fights is more twins. And, well, as you would expect, fire sword versus fire enemies does not do much to help other than helping with Pontiff Red Eye and a pyromancy. So, you know. But still, it wasn't bad damage. It was actually pretty good. A lot better than crossbow, that's for sure. Freaking hate the crossbow. It's awful. Did I mention that yet? Crossbow sucks. This is really not that bad of damage for Demon Prince. I can actually, like, see the health bar going down. You know, as opposed to a crossbow, which sucks, and I can barely see the health bar going down. I don't like crossbows. Can you tell? Now we go to the city, which is really, really cool looking. It's so cool. With only a few bosses left, the first one is Bridge Midir. Easy. Not even difficult. So easy to just stand on that little ledge and just slice at his hand. Huh? What? Hello, Void. What's going on? What is this? Okay. Bye-bye. Now for actual Midir. That is some really nasty damage. And that is some nasty damage against me. Big oops there. Heck yeah. I just love this fight. It's so cool. It's so much fun. Except when you do dumb stuff and you know, don't dodge when you should. Now for the fight I dread the most. The best way to do this is to stand at this little root thing here that kind of sticks out, and then you stand behind Ian as he spawns in, and then as soon as that circle around him gets darker, then you initiate the backstab. A back shot. And then every time he goes for heals and whatnot, you hit him. Also, one of the easiest ways to get Half-Light, in my opinion, if you can backstab, is to wait for him to do his thing where he shoots those spears out of the ground, because then he'll always switch to his bow, and then you can just sprint around him, like sort of strafe the arrow, and then get a backstab pretty consistently. So that's generally what I always do after taking care of the Ians. You could also just parry him. That is a little difficult. It depends. It helps to have Buckler or obviously Small Leather Shield because they both have 10 iframes, 10 parry frames. Hello again, Gale. So nice to see you again. This fight was a little awkward, specifically phase 2 and 3, because the L1s are like, they're slightly slow. There's not quite enough time to do it without getting hit, just because how long the recovery and whatnot is. So I basically had to stick to R1s, which kind of made this fight pretty slow, but it was a Gale fight. It was fine. I just wish I could have done the L1s. But again, they're pretty slow. All that's left is Soul of Cinder. And, well, there really isn't time for an L1. And I really do think the Twinswords L1 is much, much slower than the Sellsword Twin Blades L1. But phase 2 will probably be better. There's a lot more openings. But phase 1 is just really slow. See, look at that. There's enough time there for a full L1. And I don't get hit after it. It's pretty rare. Thankfully, due to just how long it takes him to swing his sword, and specifically his lightning attacks, they give some pretty large openings to actually be able to do like a full L1. And that's it for phase 2. So I do love phase 2 more than phase 1 though. It's way more fun. Well, that's it. I beat Dark Souls 3 with the Enchanted Swords. And they're really fun to use. They have a great moveset, and it really makes me feel like Dancer. Unfortunately, though, the skill is trash, and the L1s are slower than I would like. But cons aren't that bad. I don't use weapon skills too often, and the L1s are actually kind of an issue. But yeah. Anyway, bye.